It isn't easy. None of it is. Waking up and choosing to be yourself, proclaiming a space belongs to you when you don't feel welcomed, teaching people on a daily basis how to address you, and dealing with the frustration of reteaching people a word that has been in the human vocabulary since the dawn of time. They, them.
Should I call you Mr.?
Words used to describe pedantically two or more people, poetically, a person who is simply more. It isn't easy to ask people to treat you with dignity, since you should just have it because it's a given. It isn't easy to learn to grow who you are if the world around you is knocking at your door.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
If that isn't narcissism, then I don't know what is, alright? But this is only the beginning. The rest of the video gets worse. So let's get straight into it.
That you wish was talked about more within our community.
Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back, and I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the Black community as a whole to start looking into those resources.
Oh, stop the BS. You know you're not going anywhere. You're privileged. Talking about you're going to leave. Okay, so what's stopping you from leaving?
And instead of publicly calling us the N-word, they use racist epithets and suggest that we're ghetto or unqualified or diversity hires, even though we're all more, oftentimes than not, more educated and qualified. When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm Black.
Stupid bitch.
Oh gee, you got your braids and I love them.
Yeah, thanks.
I want to get them for longitude. I think they're so exotic.
You shouldn't. My culture isn't an accessory.
What you mean? I've never tried them before. I want to get them.
Yeah, I know, but this is for my culture, not for your fashion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have known, but I had to learn.
It's kind of ironic to tell an Irish person in Ireland not to steal your culture when their own culture is being destroyed by mass immigration. And by the way, everybody knows the Vikings and the Celtics had braids, so braids isn't specific to one culture, and even if it was, you can't tell people what to wear. That's ridiculous.
So explain to our audience why even a trip like this one, all the trips that we take into space benefit mankind.
So it benefits humankind, and I'm going to keep correcting the mankind and the man-made and the man missions, because this is exactly what this mission is about, is expanding the perspective of who does space.
Yeah, check this out. Mankind, meaning human beings considered collectively the human race.
I take the train every day, and most days it's a safe and reliable way to get to work. But like many other women, I have been sexually harassed in public transport.
Some people think that women-only train cars are the solution. That's why over 15,000 people have signed a petition demanding flinter-only compartments here in Berlin. They already exist in places like Japan, India and Malaysia. Pink banners or signs let passengers know it's a women-only area. The activist who started the petition is calling for designated compartments or purple seats for flinter people.
It needs flinter-only carriages because a man followed me and raped me from the U-Bahn. I started the petition to prevent it from happening to other flinter.
I think it's a really good idea. I always take public transport and I'm often very uncomfortable, especially when it's like a bit later in the evening.
I think it's a lot of money, a lot of investment, and I think it would be better if men just behave themselves everywhere.
I think it will increase the security, but I don't think it will change the underlying problem.
The flinter wagon is obviously for me just a pill for the disease in our system called sexual violence. My end game is to implement a constant culture.
Okay, so instead of actually facing the issue that you voted for and maybe, I don't know, trying to tighten up on security or actually find the people doing this, no, your solution is let's give women a little pink safe space on the train and hope that these offenders don't cross the invisible line. You've not solved anything. Well done. And comment down below, does that mean a man dressed as a woman can also use their little safe space?
It's crazy. I'm actually doing WGSS as my major, so it's like...
What does that mean? What's W?
Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies. So, like, this is...
What kind of job are you going to get with that degree?
Yeah, like, literally, I mean, like, I mean, but for real, like, I literally, that's like, I mean, I don't honestly know. I mean, I just know that I want to support women's rights in this world. I just know women's rights, queer rights, all of, because, I mean, specifying women's rights because,
So
of
would you oppose, if you knew a baby in the womb was going to be trans, would you think it's okay to abort that baby if the mom's like, I don't want a trans kid?
Yes. I mean, it's her body at the end of the day, it's...
Say we come up with some genetic sequence that we can say this is dispositions a person to be trans. You don't think it's discriminatory and wrong to be like, I don't want to have a trans kid, so I'm going to kill it?
I don't think it's discriminatory and wrong for the simple fact that, I mean, the child hasn't been born yet. Like, we could ask
you think my vaginal
question.
canal is magical? My 6 inches of my vagina somehow makes a clump of cells into a baby? That passing through my vaginal canal at labor, bam, it's a baby.
I mean, yes, it's like life.
I mean, my husband might agree with you, but I don't think most people would agree with you that have a magical vagina.
What do y'all think? Does white privilege exist?
Yes.
Absolutely. Would you guys support paying reparations?
Yeah.
Well, I want to give you guys the opportunity, actually. This is my friend Topher. If you want to pay reparations or help the black community.
So if y'all can, I need lunch today. So y'all have $20 I can grab.
Don't have my wallet on me.
Oh, of course you don't. Yeah, no, that's right, because it's always someone else's money, right? Never your own money.
They're not going to bring back Kilmer Garcia. I think that means what, we're in a fascist nation. There's no rule of law. Donald Trump just defied the Supreme Court, and he's looking to build more prisons in El Salvador for homegrown criminals, American citizens. If you are not concerned, if you're not calling your reps, I have been on the phone, you need to. This is the fork in the road, people. And it's over. It's over. No more democracy in America. We have to do something.
He had to shame you into covering it. And each and every one of you that sides over and over again with these MS-13 terrorists, to the extent that you have the financial means to do so, you all choose to live in condos or homes or houses as far away from these kinds of gangbangers as you possibly can. If I offered any one of you a rent-free home with no taxes to pay in any of these gang neighborhoods, and I said your neighbors are MS-13 terrorists or Mexican mafia or Sinaloa cartel or Tren de Aragua, I couldn't pay you to live there. But yet you, with your coverage, are trying to force innocent Americans to have these people as their neighbors, and that one day their daughter may be abducted from their home and raped and murdered. So you're not going to get an ounce of sympathy from this administration or President Trump for the terrorists who've invaded our homes and our country.
Perfect. If you met an attractive man and y'all had a good conversation.
Black bitches in the way. Hey. What's the questions?
What's your name?
I'm Key.
And you?
I'm ready.
Why do you think it's appropriate to just run up in our interview mid-conversation?
I ain't gonna lie, they white and I don't give a fuck. I'll pay me.
How is she talking about bad bitches in the way? You're out of breath from holding a handheld fan.
It's reality.
People that don't like you because of your skin.
Who don't like me?
Are you kidding me? How many white people are surrounded?
White people hate me?
What? It's you and this one person, one black guy.
So every white person hate black people?
No, but the
do you hate me?
You're with, do.
Really, he's shaping America to be great for the white American man.
Let me ask you, I'm white. What is he doing specifically to help me that is not doing for you?
I would say more of the higher class, I would say, particularly when it comes to, him saying black jobs and giving tax cuts to the rich and banning abortion and all of that. I feel like if you look at it as a whole, I don't think he's benefiting every population.
What about the tax cuts that he passed? Didn't those overwhelmingly benefit the low income, the middle income class?
You're asking, is it benefiting them?
In 2018, he passed tax cuts. Didn't those overwhelmingly benefit the middle income, the low income class?
Middle income and low income class.
Because we know, based on IRS data, the individuals that earned anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000, which is the average American, they got a tax cut between 15 to 17%. If you made less than $50,000, you got a 26% reduction on your taxes. I think that benefits the low-income class, right?
But what about now?
We're still in that same exact tax bracket, and it was going to expire in 2025, but now Congress is trying to extend it permanently.
I think as a college student, my views are really different.
What's important to you as a college student?
College student, of course, my financial aid. I get VA benefits. Women's rights is very important to me.
In terms of the women's rights, what is an issue that you have with Trump, specifically Trump, not Republican Party?
He hasn't really done anything yet, but whenever Project 2025 was a thing, well, it still is a thing, and he swore up and down that it wasn't him, even though his name's mentioned a lot of times, and what he's doing now does align with Project 2025. I think that when
well, not everything, because abortion, right? He's not going to do a federal ban on abortion.
He's been in office for not too long, so we're not too sure on that yet.
But he said it many times that he's not going to sign a federal ban on abortion. A federal ban on abortion is only popular with like 12% of Americans.
Free Palestine. Fat black women invented music.
They did?
Yes. Come to Vision Cathedral of Atlanta.
Hardly.
Donald Trump, girl, f you.
Period. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, I agree with this guy. He says everything she invented, she ate. Just a bunch of cowards hiding behind their masks, as usual. But anyway, let me leave you with this, all right? And I'll catch you on the next one.
More pronouns, no more climate change obsession, no more emergency vaccine mandates, no more dudes in dresses. We're done with that shit.